Our topic for tonight is how to totally conquer hypertension. Long time ago, a Harvard doctor once said, if you are able to conquer heart disease and hypertension, which I suppose I have done already a great deal in my clinic, then you can conquer cancer. I know, God willing, by September 30, which is the Feast of Trumpets, that is a Hebrew celebration, Feast of Trumpets. The trumpet is blown to hail the coming of the King, and the trumpet is blown to hail the coming of Jesus Christ, and the trumpet will be blown to announce that cancer is conquered. By that time, everybody will rejoice with the Lord that cancer disease will be a thing of the past. As a prelude to the conquer of cancer, we are going to discuss how to conquer hypertension. So here you will see what I do in my clinic. Patients will come to me with paralysis. Oftentimes I've been suffering for 3 to 5 years. Oftentimes they have been to several top hospitals, not only in the Philippines but abroad. And oftentimes within 3 to 6 months, most of them can drive their cars. That's wonderful, right? Patients with heart attack. Patients with impending heart attack also. Those who are due for bypass, within 1 month, some, or 2 months, some can climb every mountain, ford every hill. They can climb every mountain. That means they are already very strong. Some can bike from Makati to Luneta, when previously they could hardly breathe. Previously, they have to be on oxygen. So, what is the key to the management of diseases? Hippocrates, the father of medicine, once said, let food be your medicine. The food can be healing to you, or the food can poison you. So you have to be selective. In Ezekiel, sometimes I think Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 12, the Lord said, on this river, on the left side and on the right side of the river, fruit-bearing trees will grow. The fruit are for your food, and the leaves for your medicine. So that is in God's perspective. But in case you say that's only for the Old Testament people, that is repeated in Revelation 22, verse 2, when it says, the leaves are for the healing of the nation. So, stand by, then you will know a lot of things. The secret that is found in the leaves and in the food that you eat. And all of these things can contain blood pressure, lower blood pressure, and prevent all what we call the side effect of high blood pressure. You know, high blood pressure is only important because of its side effects. What are the side effects? It could cause heart attack. It could cause stroke. It could cause kidney damage. It could lead to blindness. It could lead to amputation of legs. So that's why everybody is concerned about high blood pressure. Blood pressure can be managed by what you eat. Besides me, over there is my beloved wife. Again, I would like to repeat what Proverbs 31 says. A good wife is a gift from God. Okay, over there, Dr. Alex. And important also is friends. They stay with you. Sometimes better than your brothers and sisters. Over there is Dr. Edith. Tria. Blood pressure control. Shocking. Not through drugs, but through proper nutrition. Now let's talk about blood pressure. For you to know how your blood pressure will increase or decrease, it will depend on the power of the heart and the condition of the blood vessels. Okay? If the heart is very strongly pumping, then the blood pressure we call systolic will rise. If the blood vessels are so tight, the blood pressure will increase, and that is what we call diastolic pressure. So imagine this. You can imagine this, compare this with the hose. You have a hose, and water is flowing through the hose, right? And that gives you a certain blood pressure. If you increase the amount of water flowing through the hose, what will happen? The blood pressure will rise because volume increase. Even though you do not increase the water in the hose, if you narrow down the hose, the pressure then will increase, right? So you can easily imagine this. Yung hose nyo sa pandilid ng halaman. If you narrow down the hose, shorten the caliber, the pressure in the hose will increase. And that is what happens when our blood pressure increases. And there are many causes, and one cause could be what is known as atherosclerosis. When you talk about atherosclerosis, that means the hardening of the arteries brought about by deposition of fatty substances. Okay? The food that you eat, mostly sugar and mostly refined carbohydrate, they convert into fats that will clog the blood vessel. And since cholesterol is a membrane stabilizing antioxidant to protect you, cholesterol will be there also. And usually, cholesterol is the one blamed, when in fact, cholesterol is the policeman of the body. Kung merong crime, the saturated the fats that clog the blood vessels on account of the food that you have eaten, sugar and refined carbohydrates, all converts into fats that will clog your blood vessel. That's why the pyramid diet is a very dangerous diet. It is the diet that will increase atherosclerosis or clogging of the blood vessel.